Hey guys, it's been a while. I had finals and then it just rolled into summer and I went away to camp for 3 weeks and it's been kind of crazy. But anyway, I'm gonna recap you on Summer 2K14. So this summer has probably been the greatest summer of my life. My summer started out with a trip to New York City, and the reason why I went was to go to this thing called BookCon. I know, I'm a nerd. I go to book conventions. At this book convention, I went to go see John Green, Veronica Roth, and Amy Poehler. It was pretty stinking awesome. Here's some footage from it.
In a romantic partner, like, are you friends? Can you bear with each other through difficulty? Not as like swooning love interest people, but as people who genuinely care about each other and who seek the good of the other person.
Alright, so I think it's fair to say that not every great book can necessarily be made into a great movie. And John, I want to go back to when the book was first published in January of 2012 and sort of how you were feeling at that point. I know you didn't want galleys of the book to go around to any industry types. And can you talk a little bit about why that was and your feelings about Hollywood at that point?
They weren't that positive, to be honest with you. Yeah, I did ask my agents who were here not to send the book out, and then on the day the book came out, the lovely Cassie Evashevsky called me and she said, "Do you mind if I just send it to some people?" And I said, "Oh, they can buy it in a bookstore just like anyone."
I've actually met John a couple times, but I've also seen him, how I saw him at BookCon a couple times too, and it's really weird because you feel like you know him. I mean, I bet he thinks that's really creepy because, he's John, but I watch his videos all the time and you listen to him talk and it's just weird when he's there in person. I also saw him at the Today Show, which was really cool because I was at the Today Show waiting in line for Jimmy Fallon. See, my summer started off in the most fantastic way of all time. This was during the time that the Tifios movie was doing a press tour, so Ansel, John, Shailene, and Nat were all doing press stuff, especially in New York City. Well, that Monday, June 2nd to be specific, was my last day in New York City, and the only day that I could wait in line for Jimmy Fallon tickets. Obviously, I couldn't get them online, so the best option was standby. So what happens when you do standby is that you go and you get up at 4 in the morning and you go and wait at Rockefeller for tickets, and they give you your tickets at 9 o'clock in the morning. So my mom and I went there and we waited for tickets. Well, it just so happened that at the Today Show, they were doing a press thing for the Tifios movie. And guess who was there? John, Shailene, and Ansel were all at the Today Show, and I got to see them all high-five Ansel, and it was just freaking awesome. I got to see John twice in 2 days. Who gets to do that? That was pretty sweet. But not only was that sweet, we ended up being 5th and 6th in line for Jimmy Fallon tickets and got to see The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. I couldn't ask for a better vacation. And guess who was on the show that night? Ansel Elgort was on the show that night. And for those of you that know me, I'm a huge Tifios fan, so it was just pure luck because I didn't know who was going to be on the show. But on the show that night was Miranda Lambert, Ricky Gervais, and Ansel Elgort, and also did a pre-recorded segment with Jeff Daniels and Jim Carrey. We didn't even know they were going to be there. It was awesome. So cool. Some of you may be doubting that I actually got to see The Tonight Show. Well, you could ask me any question about that episode, number 65, on June 2nd, 2014, and I would know it because I was there. Now, I also have a selfie with the ticket. Also, I still get to keep my wristband, which lets you get into the studio. It was real. So after that, I got home from New York, and a week later, I went to Van, Texas, which is a small town in East Texas, where I spent 3 weeks at summer camp at Sky Ranch. After I came back from summer camp, the Tuesday after I came back on Saturday, I had soccer conditioning, 7 a.m. Basically, since then, I've been doing soccer 24/7 as we have 2 days every single day, and this past weekend, we had a tournament where we played 4 games back to back to back to back for 2 days. So it was kind of crazy, and I had to play in every game, but soccer is life. Now that my life is a little more organized, I might have some more regular YouTube videos coming out, but it just depends on my crazy life schedule as a boring 15-year-old. The real world is gonna be tough on me.